Hey guys, thanks for joining the chat today. So I will be today's chairman for this meeting. Isaac will be playing the role of secretary. And Matt, you're probably wondering why we're here. This is your performance review.
Oh, okay.
First note of business is I can't see you.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, so we do encourage employees to feel safe enough to show themselves on camera. It also, just promotes a workplace of trust, being able to look in the eyes of your coworker, even though we are now working remotely.
Yeah.
Matt, your lack of convincing responses and just overall delay makes me think you might be trying to do something better with your time right now. Is that possible?
No, not at all. I'm distracted very easily. I'm staring directly at the desktop.
Okay. Just a quick sidebar, Isaac, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
I think we're gonna have to fire Matt.
I'm still here.
Oh no! We're definitely gonna have to fire him now.
Absolutely.
Dear.
The listeners at home are probably wondering what the hell's going on and why it
could be
sounds
viewers
a bit
now
strange.
too.
They could be viewers now too. Check
Crazy.
out on I don't know, insert video platform here. X videos perhaps. Videos on X. We're now going fully virtual. Matt's waiting on some equipment so he can sound better in the future, but hopefully we sound okay.
I'm convinced when Matt gets a webcam, he's actually going to turn up as like a VTuber, though.
Just be completely like virtual avatar.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would just be like,
no, it wouldn't be cool.
Biggest Chad on the planet avatar.
I haven't really looked or bothered to look too much into VTubers, but it sounds like a pretty cool gimmick.
Yeah, for someone into anime, maybe.
I mean, if people are watching it and you like,
people watch all sorts, Matt.
5 years
people are into anime.
5 years ago, you would show someone Twitch and you would think, "What is this? This has to be the easiest job in the world. All you have to do is sit there." As a VTuber, you don't even have to sit there. Like, it's insane. I don't know how they make money.
No, they do sit there, like they use that tracking stuff. I'm not talking like.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not talking like AI Twitch people.
Yeah, right.
It's like, Smeagol / Gollum to Andy Serkis. Like, he's there, but it's not him.
Could you imagine going that hard? Like Andy Serkis in a proper green screen studio? Doing it all for one viewer.
You're sitting there on Twitch, you got dots all over your face, you got a lycra suit on covered in ping pong balls. You've got like 17 cameras around your room.
You got to pick up the Uber Eats delivery. What are you up to? Nothing weird.
Just completely normal stuff.
At risk of entirely alienating our audio listeners already, I wanted to bring up an example of that just so I could test it.
Absolutely. Tune into this one on the YouTube.
Oh wow!
YouTube.
Pause the audio and go to the YouTube and watch this, and then go back.
Skip approximately 4 minutes in just to watch this. I've got the longest ad of all time on Twitch right now for Elder Scrolls Online, the game no one should be playing still.
Oh man, you don't have Twitch Plus or whatever it's called? You're not logged in?
I'm not logged in. I don't want this showing as anything. But yeah, that's this is what I assume Matt's going to turn up as one day.
Lovely tunes. Oh my god, it's so fucking loud.
I can't hear it at all. So
Christ.
1,600 viewers.
Yeah, and the chat's not even popping off.
It's insane.
The category is I'm only sleeping. Is this person actually sleeping on stream?
I mean, their avatars appeared to be sleeping.
That's it. That's literally it. This person's awake.
There's a 3D person in there. Yuck.
We're at risk of clicking on something dodgy if we continue with that. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I did see something interesting looking there. That, skirting the grey areas of terms of service.
It's all
First
good.
day on video, gone. That was a great show we had.
Yeah, well. Got to end one day, right?
What would be
I
the
guess
best way
so.
to go out? It's got to be a Michael Richards type of fiasco.
The best in what way? Like, you want to do it the most, or
Why is that the first thing that popped into your head?
I'm lost.
How would you want the show to go out if you had to choose?
We make so much money and we quit.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
If we could just get bought out by a huge broadcasting corporation, and then we resign and they can just continue the show with some different hosts that they find.
That'd be brilliant, actually.
And then in 5 years' time, when we realize that the show was never as good as it originally was, we buy it back at half the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Smosh, eat your heart out.
Did they pay more, or did they get it cheap?
They bought it back off Rhett and Link or whatever, right?
Oh, those guys bought it.
Yeah, at one point.
Interesting.
It'd be so fun to be a hack. I think when you're a kid, you get really upset about, The Simpsons. That show should have been cancelled decades ago. However, if you were profiting off it, it'd be pretty fun.
This is true. We could come back, as I don't know, March in the Mountains or something like that. Just do a Top Gear sort of rebrand of similar title but different. But same, completely the same concept.
I wasn't listening to a word. Sorry.
I know, I could tell.
I was reading it was all speculation. So
You imagine if they diversified Top Gear and one of the hosts was in a wheelchair and the only cars they can review are transit movers, and half the episode is him taking the little lift into the truck.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like there's an opportunity to do motorized wheelchair reviews there as well, though.
How many are there? How
True.
many could there be?
There's got to be at least half a dozen brands out there. I'm sure Yamaha makes one. They make everything.
Oh, for sure.
There is a company called Observer, and they have made...
Maybe they could get a Stephen Hawking original chair, what they do with vintage cars. Just get chairs from famous people in history, stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Whatever that US president's name was that was in a wheelchair.
You could have Star in a reasonably priced motorized wheelchair.
Yeah, exactly.
In this case,
Mobility
we've
scooter.
got the Observer Aussie 4
wow, that one's
4x4
actually
all-terrain
fucking
electric
sick.
wheelchair. Unfortunately, the metallic red is sold out, but they do have it available in metallic blue.
I'd get
What
that
they've
one
done
anyway.
here is they've bought the Officeworks Bathurst Gamer Racer chair
They've got one of these bad boys with wheels on.
and strapped it to some what I can only assume is a NOS-fueled
Pair of Segways.
They reckon, all terrain, but those tires aren't looking awfully wide. I reckon you're struggling on the beach.
I don't know. I feel like they might. I think they might go all right on the beach. By the old four-wheel drive standards,
you have
where
to buy the beach special edition.
I see. Fair enough. I was just going to say they might go the old off-road tires, the old Land Cruiser, real skinny tires that would just dig down into the sand until they hit something hard, and then you'd be able to go.
That's a strategy.
Yeah, like the old Jeeps used to do. But those wheels look more sand appropriate.
Does the price look very? 25 grand for a mobility scooter is insane.
You just borrow it for You borrow it for the test clip and they'll loan it out and then you do your review, etc., and then you give it back.
The BBC can afford it.
Yeah.
I'd like to return the chair. Thanks for your help. You get up and walk out. Hey, yeah.
In case you're wondering, those have 2 by 1350 watt motors.
Excellent.
So it is actually indeed 4-wheel drive.
True.
I can't think of the word, but the pricing is kind of suspicious, right? Because you could get a chair from Bunnings and like put wheels on it for like $40.
Strap it to a go-kart.
Exactly. And this is getting to that point where undoubtedly those guys are funded by the NDIS and government support. And, someone probably came in and it's like, well, how much are these chairs? 30 grand.
I think realistically, they probably are getting purchased by like some sort, like those beach ones are probably like some sort of NDIS thing where
it would have to be.
That company buys 4 of them and then takes 4 disabled people out on a beach outing once a week.
For sure. But Matt's got a good point. I feel like you could definitely whack some wheels on a chair and then just get like a self-propelled mower engine and, all those bits and stick it on. And you're halfway to what that is.
We could undercut with our own private business. Literally Stormin the Beach.
Stormin the Beach supported outings.
They got the same company does adjustable beds too.
Oh man, what's the price on those?
Yeah.
80 grand.
Like $2,000.
Oh wow!
For one of the ones that go.
Well, that's.
I'm not going to bother screen sharing for that. You understand?
I mean, hard to undercut that price. I feel.
Yeah, because everyone does it.
For our sleeping the bed.
Pool chairs have been doing it for weeks.
Yeah.
Years.
Oh, all right.
Well, that's it.
Matt, do you have any funny business?
I do, I suppose.
Okay, have at it.
I don't want to say it now. No, I was. Well, like, is it price inflating that I was thinking of? Is that
the man that works for Coles here to talk about price gouging?
No, it's not.
I thought you'd be the
gouging.
expert in the field.
I don't set the price.
Matt's walking along, throwing it on the shelf. He's like, $8. Matt, it's a bag of chips. $9.
You getting kickbacks?
You know what? I'll put it on special. 2 for $9.50.
I wish kickbacks would be so good.
Speaking
of kickbacks, subscribe to our platform
YouTube?
of choice. Yeah,
I guess.
Hit 'em
I
up.
don't know. Matt, do you not still get like 5% off? That's what the big supermarket conglomerates used to give.
You do.
A very, very generous 5% off.
Yeah.
To be fair, the 5% increases with value. Yeah, like
this is 5% is 5%. Your 5% now is worth much more than it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago.
the math. You're getting the same amount of bread, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, but what about shrinkflation? Maybe it all works out to be the same.
5% works out all right, but when everything's gone up 40%, it doesn't. Not doing a lot.
There's a wild animal behind me.
There's an animal behind you.
Hey, bud. Come say hi to the pod.
But yes, Resident Funnyman, is there anything you've got going on?
He's not funny.
Yeah. The truth comes. No, I don't know. I've been thinking it's strange. Like, you can be too nice, and
Sure.
you would think, how can you be too nice? Because isn't being nice the best quality there is? How could there be too much of that? You can't have too much food.
You can.
You can.
No. Shut up.
First time Matt turns his webcam on, and he's going to be like 300 kilos.
That's over the recommended weight limit for the Aussie Outback 4x4 beach dwelling mobility scooter. So
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
that's tough.
Limit.
Yeah, it's double the limit.
Do they what do you do if you surpass the weight limit on a scooter? How do you get around?
I don't think you do.
You don't get around, so you just lie down and eat less.
I think you
You'll
just
get smaller.
you've seen the shows, the American shows. You just lay on a bed while people bring you food until you die, I guess.
Well, at risk of spoiling the film Seven from, I don't know what, 1995, he says as he Googles the answer.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Someone, the people dying from 7 deadly sins or whatever. One of them's gluttony.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Person eats himself to death essentially in bed, can't go anywhere. So that's what happens if you continue your problems while you're bedridden.
You're too much of a good thing.
Yeah. The third chocolate bar might not be the shout if you're already over mobility scooter weight.
There's got to be a point in weight gain where it genuinely stops being your fault at some point. And there's a third party enabling. Or...
Yes, correct. When you can't get up and get your own food anymore, it's not. It's not exclusively your fault.
Yeah.
But even I would imagine to even get to that point, you would imagine being, I don't know, 350 kilos. You could probably drink 10 liters of Coke and still lose weight. So you'd have to be putting in the hard yards, maintaining that figure.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess eating's a bit like exercise, though. Like, the more you do it, the easier it gets. So it's like, if you're that size, your stomach's probably massive. You probably don't have much of an issue eating. You're not Michael Phelpsing it in to try and get enough calories in.
Just to clarify, a 180 centimeter person weighing 350 kilograms, aged 25, would be roughly 4,500 calories a day.
Wow,
that's not nearly as many as I thought.
No. So your 10 bottles of Coke is easily.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even close. That's like two. That's like 2 chocolate hot cross buns with butter. You're halfway there.
How much butter are you putting on these, dude? Jesus.
That's 2 middle of January chocolate hot cross buns with butter.
There's no such thing as a hot cross bun better than one you've bought in the middle of January, to be fair.
Do you reckon Coles and Woolies will just put like a little Christian cross in the middle of a choc mud cake? It's like a Jesus cake.
I think you're reaching.
I don't know. I think selling hot cross buns in January is reaching.
I just rename them to cold cross buns, but it's just a chocolate cake with a cross on it.
Little C on it.
I hate that, if I'm honest. Oh, my screen's going warm because the sun's going down.
No, you did. So Michael Phelps reminded me that there's this ad that keeps playing, and it's for blood donors or something. And there's this guy, and I'm sure he's great. I'm sure he's a nice guy, and he won a medal at some point. And in the ad, he goes, "I never thought my body would quit on me," and it's sad. It's playing like Sarah McLachlan music from that.
In the Arms of the Angels.
That everyone talks about. And you feel for the guy, but it kind of gets to a point where he's like, thanks to the brave, he sounds South African too. Not that there's anything wrong with South Africans. They're just, some people might say they're greedy. Not me, but some people. They take, especially the white South Africans. Anyway.
I think you are allowed to say that, so that's fine.
The point is, it gets to this thing, and it's kind of sad. But then on the redemption arc, the music starts, lighter music starts building, and he's sort of like, thanks to the brave donators, with the help of Red Cross Australia, I can continue to do the sport I love and live with just 24 blood transfusions a day. And you're like, 24?
What?
It's like, this man is supposed to be dead.
No wonder there's a blood shortage all the time. This bloke's getting them all.
Just to clarify, you still talking about Michael Phelps? I got lost.
No, it's not Michael Phelps.
It's
But it's,
Pistorius, isn't it?
it's just some guy, and he's, you feel for him because he's got like an autoimmune disease, but he's like, thanks to the brave volunteers and supporters, with just 24 blood transfusions a day and their plasma, I'm able to keep going. And it's like, oh, dude, you should definitely be dead.
He's
wheeling blood bags out like the war boys in Mad Max.
He's literally the emperor in Warhammer 40k. Like, he's 1,000 psychers are getting sacrificed a day just to keep this guy alive.
Imagine having a blood boy or being that emperor, and then like death is just there. Like, one of these days, there's going to be a power outage. The ambulance won't get there in time.
I think the emperor can absorb souls without power, so he's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God damn.
Wow. Contactless soul absorption.
Does it through Zoom, actually.
Getting them over the wireless.
He's working from home.
Dude, that's like in Star Wars. How bad would you feel being that one dude that got killed through the screen by Vader?
Oh. Suck it, you can't reach me here, Vades.
It's got to be like a Medusa thing, and there was like, it was sort of common knowledge. People like, oh, just avoid him. Just do your best. Vader wants to see you. No, you just fucking run for it. This guy looks at the screen, gets murked. Bad luck.
Yeah, tough.
Very tough.
It's almost as tough as this show is going to be with these notes, Lord.
Yeah, I know, right? Should we kick things off?
Yeah, crack on.
Do you want to
that's
press
me.
the button?
Oh, wow.
Not much sizzle. The can's been sitting on the desk for a while. It's pretty warm. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode number 90 of the Stormin the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage from our sports viewing this week. What's going on, fellas?
90 not out.
Getting a bit nervous,
so
just quietly.
Yeah. Nah, just keep playing how you've been playing. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Eye on the ball.
Get through it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But what's going on?
Not a lot.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you. Thanks for filling the void. Keelan. Wowee.
What did I do on the weekend, dude?
A whole bunch of nothing. Stayed cool, hopefully, because it was fucking hot.
It was warm.
I legitimately can't remember. Oh, Zach and I had a little paint. That was fun.
Oh.
And then
that's nice.
And then
do you get paid for that, or is that just volunteer work?
Yeah, it was. It is NDIS.
Cut through the NDIS as well. Yeah.
He doesn't pay anything, but
no, of course.
Lauren pays the excess.
Yeah. It's probably like $15 a week or something like that for a bit of respite.
It's not much, but I get buckets. Yeah,
covered by other funding. Yeah. Keeps him happy. Gives Lauren a break.
Yeah. She needs it. I swear to God. Oh, we went to the cricket.
We did go to the cricket last Friday.
This guy did. That was fun.
It it was good to go. It was good to beat the bank again.
Yeah. Just gets me excited for footy season.
Not a bad seat in the house at the bank, which is good. But yeah, can't wait to watch footy there again. But I guess don't skip ahead regarding the cricket. But it was a good outing.
A sweaty outing, but
it was
a good
very
outing nonetheless.
Sweaty outing. What's going on with me? Thanks for asking.
I was getting there, dude. I thought you were going to talk about the cricket a little bit more. Jeez.
Well, yeah.
Shut up.
I'm going to continue.
What's going on with you?
Finally starting to cool down after possibly 4 of the hottest days in my life. We went to the cricket Friday night. I don't think I've ever sweat so much from sitting in one place not doing anything before that wasn't in a sauna. literally might as well been. Neighbour across the road, I had a chat to him the other day. He said he went as well, and he was like, it was so fucking hot. It was ridiculous. And then we had a quick fire 3K walk back to where the car was parked. Only took about 45 minutes, 28 degrees, 80% humidity at like
3K walk of all time. Though,
I know,
to be
right?
fair. It was like somehow it was 45 minutes.
Shocking pace. You know,
we tried to run at one point.
Yeah. There was too many other walkers clogging up the space.
Yeah, Zach was walking too slow.
But yeah, from Friday, and then I did a whole bunch of gardening Saturday and Sunday as well. And thought it was going to be the end of me when the power went out at around whatever it was, 4:35 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, just as I was about to go back inside and enjoy some nice cool air-conditioned air after sweating it out all day. Lucky there was a lack of thick enough rope nearby. Otherwise, it might have been 89 and out for old Isaac. But Monday was brutally hot. That was a wake
facts.
up aircon on day.
Yeah, I'm first into the office these days because I start half an hour earlier, and so I get there.
Too dedicated,
and
you've had a whole day before everyone else arrives.
No. So I get there. I'm the one that turns the aircon on, and I don't think it even spun up. I think it must have been on like a 24-hour delay because I didn't feel it until Tuesday.
That's rough. I had to move my work setup into like the dining space in the front. So it was actually actively under an air conditioner. And at one point I had to turn it down colder because it didn't even feel like it was on.
Yeah.
And then I ran down the front because I heard the postie toot his horn on his little bike that he'd delivered something, which he does because he's a good postie, a nice guy. And I opened the door and it was like stepping into an air fryer. It was so fucking hot and windy. I checked my phone. 36 felt like 46. I was like, holy crap. Very glad I don't work outside on days like that.
Yeah, everyone in my house works outside.
That's got to be a union pack-it-up sort of day, right?
Yeah. So they had it tough.
Yeah.
Pour one out for them.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be the same ever again.
Every hot day takes a little toll.
They
takes a piece.
Did your housemates come home with like the Homer to Grandpa Simpson effect when he's running the marathon or whatever he's doing, where they just look like one of their parents because they're so dehydrated?
No, but we did have the night off because they were just all zonked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, toughies. Matt, how did you go? Or did you having never worked a hard day of work in your life, you were just fine?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Just loitered around.
Just hanging around in the cool room.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just stacking milk. Oh, I did it wrong. I just got to restack it.
You know how it is.
Damn, I put all the stuff expiring tomorrow at the back. Damn, dude, sorry, I got to redo it.
Accidentally drop a tub of yogurt, walk to the other side of the store to get a mop, forget to ring the mop, got to walk it back.
Oh, we're all out of ice cream, so you just got to stand in front of this door with the freezer door open the whole time.
You're the dickhead that keeps refreezing the Maxi Bonsai.
Oh, you just can't. On a day like Monday, you can't get them into the freezer fast enough. There will be casualties.
You're stacking them in there, and it's like super dupers before you put them in the freezer. They're just like liquid sacks.
Oh, I wish I had something.
It's like Winston Churchill with the boys in Dunkirk. You have to sacrifice some of the Maximons to save the Moes.
I've seen that movie. Poor Tom Hardy.
It's not even footy season, and Matt's just ripping out World War II analogies.
It's a good analogy.
I don't know if Dunkirk was the shout there, to be fair. I feel like a D-Day Normandy situation probably would have been more of a go.
No, some of the ice creams do make it into the fridge.
Yeah, Normandy.
Yeah. I feel like most of the people got out of Dunkirk.
Yeah, that wasn't the whole thing. They were just like camping on the beach for a while. It was like Byron, but
cheaper.
there was also bombs. Yeah, and cheaper.
I think the guys that got out at Dunkirk was thanks to the bravery of like 5,000 to 6,000 other dudes that just Zerg rushed a couple of.
Just
I shouldn't have said
held them
that.
back at the La Hot gates.
Yeah.
Minutes.
That's got to be such a tough, like, I don't know. What did they send back then? Memos?
Memos.
Carrier pigeon.
Telegram. Telegraph. Morse code, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old SOS machine going off. What do you mean, stay back? No. Oh, man. What a crazy time.
Glad we weren't around.
Yeah, oath. We would have this lovely podcast to mildly entertain some people.
This is true. Serve as a distraction from the terrors of reality for a couple of hours a week for people.
Yeah, the real terror of reality. Gold Coast traffic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Matt, don't ooh that. All right. Isaac, don't... Oh, no, I guess you're actually on the coast right now, aren't you?
Not
right.
currently. I am down the coast.
Yeah, okay.
I have
Matt
been
definitely
through some
can't.
traffic recently.
Definitely can't ooh that Ipswich boy.
That is where I am at this time. I was on the Gold Coast last night.
Prove it.
What for?
Just doing stuff, loitering.
Just hanging around.
Yeah.
Just
It's more fun to hang out the 7-Elevens down there than it is up here.
Safer.
There's too much competition up here. They're all taken.
Already all full of loiterers.
Tough that. Do you want to do your live song review?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. I can do that. Feel free to... I don't know how to do this. Should I? Probably shouldn't share it. It would be some sort of strike in some regard.
It would be on YouTube.
Correct.
It wouldn't be on audio platform of choice.
This is true.
I haven't listened to it yet either. I'm going to have a quick...
Am I going to be able to share it and I also hear it, though? Because you said you couldn't hear that virtual streamer before, and it was horrifically loud.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Loud.
That's tough, that. Absolutely no idea then.
Okay. Oh, I'll just listen to it privately.
Maybe you just describe how you're feeling to the music.
Yeah. It has a nice beat to start with, and then the vocals start, and it's very much not my speed, and then it gets into very, very heavy metal. It's 4 minutes. I'm tempted to try and skip through to find where Ice-T is, because I feel like that bit could be redeeming.
All features generally 3/4 of the way through.
Let's just do a bit
It's
of
true.
browsing.
It's true.
Yep, there we go. Around 2:20 is where he starts.
The vocal at the start's not that aggressive.
Not my taste.
This might be their best song yet.
Bit of a change of pace with Ice-T, not going to lie. He's just talking at this point. He hasn't started rapping yet.
Spoken word.
I'm not convinced he does anything other than this, actually.
Yeah, I think he's just yelling.
He's just yelling. There's some sort of alien creature on the screen.
That's actually, I kind of like that. I did skip through, but it's not bad.
I mean, the end's not too bad, I guess.
It's not as good as the new North Lane song.
For anyone hanging out for Ice-T to rap, it doesn't happen. Sorry to disappoint. Look, I probably wouldn't listen to it again.
That's fair enough. Oh, you got to listen to it one more time when the lyrics get published live. So make sure you can say "sucks to suck" live with it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, true. Try everything twice. Sometimes you're not in the right mind frame the first time. That's what I like to do anyway.
Also on Subtle Music News, also in the heavy space, North Lane released a song featuring the vocalist from Parkway Drive, right? So that's like, you know, two of the best heavy bands in Australia. I listened to it and I sent it to Zach and was like, face melting heaviness inbound. He said, "God damn, could throw myself a wall to this tune. Would recommend Miasma by North Lane."
Just a one-man wall.
Just straight through it.
Post.
Singular pillar. He'd be first to volunteer at the Battle of Thermopylae.
And Matt gets smacked for being the history nerd.
Yeah, I prefer ancient history.
Yeah.
I also don't have a, collection of assorted paraphernalia of people you might call the bad guys in my house.
That's why he doesn't have his cam turned on. He's dressed up all suspicious.
He's got his uniform on again.
He has to at home. It's like getting home and chucking on your kimono and slippers or whatever, except in the Argentinian household.
Exactly. And he always wears number 88 at basketball too, which is a bit strange.
What does that mean?
Well, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet.
Nice.
That's why the Hells Angels wear 81.
Yeah, right.
No.
Matt,
anyone wear 89?
Just a very hungry bloke.
What? No, hi.
Right. I was one off.
What do you think it was?
HJ.
You skip straight from H to J. That's very disappointing as a grown adult.
I did.
I thought you were going for the old 7, 8.
No, absolutely not.
8, 9. I don't know.
Yeah, hungry.
What the hell were we talking about? Can't remember now.
All right, should we get on to first segment, Butcher of the Week?
Yeah, I've actually got a sound bite for that. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wowie.
Interesting.
Matt, you shouldn't make that kind of noise after that kind of.
Oh,
wow.
It was so loud.
Was it? It was pretty loud, but.
Oh, okay. I downloaded it when Discord started doing soundboards. So it probably hasn't been properly vetted.
Fair enough. Is that the new sound for Butcher of the Week?
Yeah, because I feel like the butchers get clapped.
I don't like that.
Or in the case of our first nomination, they got kind of fucked.
True.
Oh, no.
Very true. I've got a couple of nominations, but the first one I've got here is the Brisbane Heat on last Friday night when we watched them. They won the toss and chose to bowl when everyone knows they're a bat first sort of team. The weather did play a part in that decision. And then they, bowled Sydney out for what seemed like a okay-ish score of 152, or they, got to 20 overs at 152. Chaseable. And then the Heat got bowled out for 113.
Ooh.
Rough watch when they're batting second and you're there sweating your balls off, trying to support the aptly named Brisbane Heat. Yeah, not great.
Were you getting laid into by Sydney fans?
No, but there was a few in attendance, wasn't there, Keelan?
There was a bit of pink going on. I wasn't a huge fan, but there
wasn't any jeering per se, or
no,
but there was enough clapping on their part that, yeah,
it was infuriating.
Yeah, there was a lot of other sports fans though.
There was. We were doing a jersey spotting sort of exercise, seeing how many different jerseys from various sporting codes we could see. I don't think we had an official count on it, but it had to be over a dozen.
Oh, it was at least a baker's dozen. That'd be silly. Yeah, like that Super Rugby one.
Yeah, the
like
Brumbies
yellow
one.
and
Yeah.
that was probably the rarest one there, I think.
I think so, definitely. It was not a, like, easy identifiable jersey, like, straight off
No,
the bat.
absolutely
It
not.
needed some investigative journalism by me putting my Android phone super zoom into good use to
Yeah, you
pick up
papped
the logo. Any other nominations before I get to this second one?
Just quietly us for, well, at least me for not realizing the Big Bash final is on right now.
Yeah, it is on right now. I figured that
And
out just before when I opened the Cricket Australia app.
Okay, so you also forgot. So sweet, that is us. It's just a rematch of the other night.
Correct. So spoiler alert, Brisbane Heat ended up winning their Challenger match, I think it was called, the second one.
Yeah, Challenger final or something.
Yeah, on Monday at the Bank again.
I was thinking the names are a bit silly and a bit like, how's it going? But then I realized that it actually kind of makes sense because you're the challenger in the way that you're kind of the underdog coming into the final.
Correct. Yeah.
Just obviously has nothing to do with the two teams that are in it. It's more so the person that actually gets the result.
Yeah. Bit of a better run rate so far. Brisbane Heat currently 1 for 43 from almost 7 overs. Best bit of 6 and a few overs. So going all right. It is at the SCG. So Gabattoir effect isn't in play.
I mean, they already withdrew their cash stack from the bank the other night, so that wouldn't have been an advantage either.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Very true.
We'll keep you updated as the Brisbane Heat crumble.
Hopefully not. Matt, any butchers of the week?
No, I don't
Shocker.
I'm butcher of the week for forgetting to feed the dogs. I'll be right back.
and there's not even a pause capability in this either, like we might usually do.
No, it's all good. You guys just keep going. I'll just do this.
Well, this is fine.
Where's he gone?
He's disappeared.
Could still be there masturbating away.
He's just listening. Just
the sound triggered some sort of synapse
himself.
pathway.
Exactly. A Pavlovian response. Where he's like, oh, here we go.
I did notice him sweating more. Can't concentrate as
he
hard.
He was definitely getting more red as the thing went on. It could have been the sunset, but it could have also just been him warming up.
He runs hard.
he's turning, full Alex Jones in that photo where it's like the before and after of his weight loss journey or whatever after a month, and it's just him more red than before.
Oh my goodness.
Could be that. I'll save the end of the segment until he gets back, actually.
Yeah. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
The man with a plan.
I do wonder how long it'll take him to feed the dog. Hopefully he's not got to do anything too fancy.
Oh, true. He's cooking up a fresh homemade meal.
But it's got to be well done, so he's got to cook it for extra long.
Oh, wow. Cooking a steak for your dog is...
That's next level.
It is. I don't want to say anything bad about it, because it's kind of nice, I suppose.
And as we've covered, you can't be too nice.
No, you can't. It's impossible. I don't know. I had something. I can't remember where I was going.
Is that something you're workshopping for stand-up? Or not? Or just another random thought that you've had?
Well, yeah, no, it's funny. Like, I told that as a joke the other night, and it didn't go well.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have expected that. Given we tore you apart for it midway through, yeah, that sort of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Any other material in your tight five you want to rattle off? Oh, he's back. He has been listening this whole time.
That was quick.
I came back to laughter and was like, fuck. Missed the only funny thing of this show.
I guess so. It was just Matt telling me how he bombed that bit about being too nice at his stand-up thing the other day.
Oh, just like he bombed it here.
Yeah, correct. He was like, yeah, it didn't go very well. Now,
Damn.
before I get back to Butcher of the Week, Keelan, I have a serious question for you.
Uh-oh.
Are you developing photos in the room behind you, or what? Why is it so red? You're like you got 3rd-degree sunburn. You're an Englishman on his first day in Australia.
How's that?
Much creepier. That's like Omegle trolling sort of webcam, where it's just all dark in a face.
Absolutely no clothes on. Oh, without a doubt.
Keelan did confess earlier he didn't have any pants on, so
That's true.
wouldn't surprise me to get a bit of a meat spin here in a second.
There you go. I've set them to sun. Is it too much? I could change it, I suppose.
It looks like you're sitting like as close as possible to like an electric patio heater. And by as close as possible, I mean 3 inches away from it.
I'll just ask Siri to do it for me. Hold on.
You look like someone's pet lizard.
Getting a tan on.
I feel like there's got to be a split the difference here because that is foul.
That's pretty rough. It's a little bit washed out. Although you are an IT guy, so it's not shocking.
I have a window at the office, dude.
Uh-huh.
I've got a window closed now because I thought the window was a problem. Let me just agree to the Philips Hue terms and conditions. No bridge connected. How am I changing everything then?
How are you going to cross the moat?
What moat?
Well, there's no bridge. Anyway, while you sort out your lighting situation to put you somewhere in between IT guy and serial solarium user, you good? Just sizing yourself up. I would like... It's been abducted by aliens. I would also like to nominate Matt for Butcher of the Week for his shameless promotion of successful businesses that aren't named Stormin the Beach via Facebook posts of, stand-up nights at insert local pub in the greater Gold Coast or Brisbane area. Seems like all of them. Matt.
Just out here promoting posts in my free time.
Is that like a condition of entry that you need to like, comment, and share to get on the list, or?
I don't know. It just seems like a nice thing to do, right?
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
And you can never be too nice. We've covered this already twice.
Oh boy, there he is. He's hungry.
That's Gemma, actually. Oh, there's Gohan. He's sneaking in the background there.
I heard there was food in here.
No, I've already fed him.
Whoa.
That's what I get for putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. None of my calendar notifications came through.
Fair enough. So, Matt, what do you have to say for yourself about your shameless non-self-promotion?
I don't know. Didn't really think about it.
I mean, you could be promoting your own
Typical.
business as well.
Oh, it's true.
On the
It's
side.
true.
Although...
Promoting Coles.
Yeah, good one.
What you could be doing, well, actually, I think as penance, you probably should have to squeeze in a joke about Stormin the Beach or some sort of Stormin the Beach reference into your set.
Even signing
not a
off
bad
at the
idea.
end, just say, if you want to hear more great jokes like this, tune into Stormin the Beach podcast.
Which is a joke in itself.
Available on all reputable podcast platforms. Maybe take a QR code up with you so they can scan it to the link tree or something.
With how the stand-up is going, it might only hurt the brand.
Yeah, but it means your super fans will latch on, you know?
Oh, true.
I don't...
What's the expression? Any publicity
is good publicity, exactly. I
You're
don't
so close.
think we're going to get any less by you self-promoting during your stand-up.
Yeah.
Any less viewers and or listeners.
You spend the whole time just promoting, no jokes.
He's up there in all the merch.
Well, you should actually. You could kind of wind in a joke about plugging your own shit, and you're up there wearing a Stormin the Beach shirt and hat. Combo.
Yeah, you could jump on the
That would be
stbpod.com.au and grab a I Love Footy Moments t-shirt. and wear that
Full
up on
price for
stage.
Matt.
Yeah.
That would be pretty good.
That would be a great way to open the set. Actually, you get up there and you're like, "Hey everyone, just want to start off by saying that I really dislike it when people come to events like this and just plug all their shit, and then you just hit them with the URL,
A plain white tee with a URL.
QR code. You can draw it on.
Oh my god. Holy fuck, that would take so long. Imagine drawing the QR code.
I can't imagine that you'd get it right either.
No way. No way.
Be a bit of an effort.
You'd have to stencil it out first.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Stencil
fill
and
in the
spray paint
blacks.
might be efficient,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Efficient in the way that it'd be a pain in the ass to make the stencil first, though.
Yeah.
But,
You'd have to make a stencil for the stencil and then
yeah.
then put it on a shirt.
I got distracted by the cricket again. Sorry.
No worries.
You
All
can
right.
kind of tell when I do. I'm just kind of like,
Just zoning out. Matt's got the squeakiest chair in history.
I do?
I reckon that's his microphone. I reckon he's just gone like this because he's using his gamer headset. He's like,
Oh, yeah, probably.
Was that the first time there was any sound?
no, we've been
Perhaps.
hearing you this whole time.
Yeah. It was the first time we've heard that sound, I believe.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Probably.
No, I was scratching my ear and I thought I got away with it.
Someone dropped a sitter in the crowd just now, wearing a PSG shirt. What a surprise!
Shocker.
Not used to using his hands.
Just quietly,
Zing.
though. I think that's a shocking take. Waking up, planning your outfit to go to the cricket, and saying, you know what, football
I did see at least
from Paris.
one, maybe even two PSG outfits on Friday as well.
Yeah, kids that are about this tall and know nothing about football.
I thought it was Leo Messi.
Sorry, Josh Brown is just walloping everything, dude. That's 2 sixes in a row.
Is he on fire again? Because he had a good night the other night.
Don't
too.
say that. Shh. He's just hit 46 off 30.
Wowee. See if he can get to 140 again like the other night.
Don't say that. He'll get 130.
I think that was the third highest score in Big Bash history.
Just quietly, I think it was it was either tied fastest or the second fastest BBL 100, I think.
Good thing we don't actually pay attention to stats here when we report on sports that we watch. Otherwise, we'd be super accurate in what we say. Any movements on the shit list presented by Big Sports Journalism?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't have any.
Nothing? All right, cool. Me neither.
The record he has is he hit a record 12 sixes.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, and he is second fastest, tied with Maxwell. So he was both tied and
Ooh.
second. Yeah, 41 balls.
Unreal.
Can we let the list go without an entry?
The shit list, yeah.
Yeah,
There's not always
shit list is fine. There's always
barely
some
ever a
some
movement.
butchering
We're not
going
very
on.
regular on the shit list at all.
It's good to know.
Fiber and water intake needs to be upped.
Yeah, and it's a harder list to get onto, and it's a bit more prestigious as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's not shit of the week. It's you're stuck on there on an actual list for the year unless you do
Eternity.
something. Yeah, you're in the record books on the shit list, and unless you do something exceptionally good to get yourself off.
And given that in this season it is brought to us by big journalism, big sports journalism, it really throws its weight around.
Given it's one of the only sports that have any sort of notes written in it, should we just stick on the cricket? So we already touched on how Brisbane Heat sucked the other night, but then they were really good on Monday.
I think it
rattle off
makes
a couple
sense.
of stats about Josh Brown, who's just got to 50 as well. I've seen
50 off 32.
50 off 32.
In time for drinks.
Drinks break. 10 overs. I mean, if they keep up this
Cone
pace,
with flake at McDonald's is $1. Sorry,
I get it. That sort of checks out in my mind.
that's got to be on. That's got to be on sale though. Remember when they were 70 cents?
Yeah, I do remember. But that was, many moons ago now. So it doesn't
was like a
surprise me
decade
that
ago.
they're $1.50. How much is just a cone now of ice cream
Depends on your
from
dealer.
McDonald's?
Oh,
From how much is a cone from Ronald?
from Ronald.
Yeah. Ronnie
Oh,
Mac.
let me just hop on the My Macca's app.
Yeah.
See if I've still got it.
Yeah. Just flick
put
Ronnie
in
Mac a
mine,
message and
so-
see how much a cone is now.
My boy Ronnie Mac.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the McCrispy Bacon Deluxe here for summer. There you go.
Excellent.
Fuck,
That's probably
did I
only
ask?
a bargain, $13 by itself.
Dude, they're doing pineapple fritters. They think they're fucking Red Rooster.
I mean, Red Rooster's slowly dying, isn't it? Really?
No, I need you to stop that kind of attitude, actually, if I'm completely honest with you. A soft serve is $1.10. So a flake has actually decreased in price.
Interesting.
Flakes used to be 50 cents.
Hmm.
Now they're 40 cents.
Yeah, correct. Well, it's because they're just ripping you off on the ice cream. Probably cost them half a cent
Well,
for
yeah.
the cone and the ice cream.
The cones are actual cardboard.
Yeah.
Recycled from the boxes that the frozen burger patties come in.
Yuck. They throw that in the back of the ice cream machine. Mush it down.
That's why they're so done. Tasty. But yeah, no, Brisbane Heat do suck.
Despite being really good, it was quite disappointing the other night. But fingers crossed they can pull through for the final. Their run rate seems to be pretty decent so far.
Yeah.
So far.
It was one of those weird ones where watching the first innings, we kind of, I feel like there was a sense of positivity.
Spirits were definitely high. There seemed to be like regular wickets, total of 150, not all out, but around 150, very chaseable for the Big Bash.
Not a crazy amount of sixes.
No, that was a bit disappointing. I think there was, I don't know, over under 4.5 sixes the whole night.
And the two biggest were in like the first 2 overs for the Heat.
Yeah.
So there was positivity for maybe 4 overs.
Yeah.
And then
it crumpled pretty quick after that.
Yeah.
The beer was going so warm so quickly as well.
Dude, drinking a warm beer is tough.
I was putting my stubby holder on the second beer that I was going to drink, just so it would stay cold for longer while I wasn't drinking it.
I've got a retrospective butcher of the week, and that is the food truck department, the catering department.
Oh yeah, absolutely. O'Brien's group, you butcher of the week.
It's
shit
as
list
simple
material.
They have done it before. Actually,
it's a track record now. It's a trend.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Let me just open the official documentation.
It's definitely not the first time that O'Brien's group has mucked up their catering. Would you like to elaborate on what occurred? I can put the entry in if you'd like.
Sorry, probably should. So, as you do, you walk in, you and the boys, you look to each other and you go, sausage roll. Eye up the first set of catering trucks. Lines are huge. They're right by the gates. You're never lining up there. Everyone that lines up there are idiots. So you keep going past. The lines are smaller. But we look in the hot boxes. There's no sausage rolls. We're like, okay, we'll just go around to the next section. No sausage rolls. Very disappointing. So we went back because the ones further down had basically nothing. They must have put on 4 or 5 sausage rolls total in the time we did a lap.
Yeah, I managed to snag 2 of them, and they were nuclear hot.
I managed to get. I asked them. Because Dan was in a separate line to me, and I saw one in the hot box between us, and I said to the lady, "Are you putting on more sausage rolls, or is that the last one?" She's like, "Yeah, sausage rolls." And I was like,
more.
All right. So then she grabs the one out of the thing. I was like, "No," so because I wanted Daniel to get it, and he didn't. I did, and I got a Chico roll as well to fill me up.
Yeah. Pretty. Pretty disappointing for everyone else I was okay. I got my 2 sausage rolls. I threw them in my stubby holder because they were too hot to handle with bare hands.
They were legitimately.
They were
They're
so
always
fucking hot. I felt like Homer Simpson when he's in the intro getting the radioactive rods out of the thing with the big pliers or whatever he's using.
I don't understand what they do in those ovens either, but somehow they always come out so greasy, even though everything that goes into those ovens is in wrapping.
It's like they're deep fried in the oven somehow. They're so hot and greasy and slippery. And I was just lucky I had that thing. Because I grabbed a couple of napkins as well anyway, just in case to hold them. But they were too hot to hold through a napkin.
Do you ever think it's crazy that, like, how many people can fill out Heritage Bank?
20, I think the official max is 25,000.
Only 5,000. Is that how many it seats?
It can hold 25,000.
Oh, 25,000.
Yeah. There was...
it was sold out at alleged 20,000 and something.
Yeah, 20,000 and a few dozen or something like that allegedly sold out. But there was a bit of... there was some seats around up above the side screens and stuff like that, and a lot of standing room.
I'm not sure if they opened all the members stuff that they normally do for the cricket, for the footy.
I did notice
the top deck thing didn't look open.
Yeah, I did notice that bar up the top, whatever it's called, wasn't open. Which they do occasionally. Like
the something sponsored by Pirate Life or something silly.
Yeah, something like that.
Which is also the worst low alcohol beer ever made. The 0.9 is so not good.
But if you sponsor us, we'll happily change our opinion and retaste.
No.
Thanks for the money, idiot.
Only honest reviews here when it comes to no alcohol beer, because I take it seriously. Like, because if you're gonna go to the effort of making a low or no alcohol beer, for starters, don't do a low one.
Just do no.
But like, if you're gonna make a low one, surely you're doing it for the sake of flavor, maybe.
Mm.
And then it turns out to be actually the worst thing I've ever ingested, and you're like, well, something went wrong here, didn't it? They completely missed the mark. Well, Isaac will cop the sponsorship money and take the full alcohol beers, though, no pressure. So.
Absolutely. Keelan's clear of the opinion if you don't stand for something, you'll stand for nothing, sort of thing. I don't care. Throw us some money. I'll drink low alcohol Pirate Lifes on the pod all year.
Yeah, you'll be like this though. You'll be like, this show is brought to you by 0.9 by Pirate Life. Refreshing.
How much would Tui's have to pay you to drink a Tui's?
What sort of Tui's?
Old.
Any of it.
Tui's old.
A bit.
How do we reach out to Tui's? You reckon it's just like
gotta get
inquiries at tuis.com.au?
Yeah, you gotta reach out to Mr. Tui on Instagram.
Oh, Mr. Tui at tuis.com.au.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be a bit of a confronting, like, sad phone call that you might not be prepared for. Like, hey, we're just this nothing podcast. Would you be interested in a sponsorship? And he's like, would I? No one's ever asked.
Look, you're probably right. That reminds me actually of when the barbershop that I go to first opened. I was chatting to the owner as they were cutting my hair, and barbershops nowadays offer a beverage of some sort, usually alcoholic. It seems to be a bit of a trend that's grown big in recent years. And the owner got in touch with, one of the local breweries, could have been Burley Brewing or something like that, I think, to see if he could set up an arrangement with them to fulfill, beer deliveries regularly to stock their little bar fridge there for the barbershop, for their patrons. And the owner assumed that every barbershop just did this. and that's how they got their beers. But Burley Brewing was like, oh, yeah, I don't think we've done that before, but sure. So it turns out just every other barbershop would just go to the bottle-o and buy a case and then put it in their fridge. And this guy had what could only, I guess, be described as the first exclusive partnership with a brewery as a barbershop.
It was certainly exclusive at the time. I wonder if anyone's caught on since.
Who knows? I don't know.
Why haven't we messaged them?
Maybe the breweries have then done some cold calls and said, hey, instead of buying from Big Dan's, buy directly from us and then we can actually make some money.
Everyone wins.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for the Heat.
I don't know what's happening.
2 wickets lost
in the
last handful of minutes. Josh Brown out for 53 or something. And the captain, Mick Sweeney, out for approximately 20 runs.
I jinxed him.
Or maybe it was 30.
Sorry, boys.
You're not here for the facts, let's be real. Yeah.
Keelan, football in it.
Are we there already? Has nothing else happened?
I mean, there's other stuff that happened, but I haven't been watching. I mean, if you want to know, the Oilers are really good in the NHL again.
For now. Yeah.
What happened? Wait, they're clapping someone. Why are they clapping someone so aggressively? What happened?
Who's clapping what?
It's a spin bowler. I guess maybe because he took a wicket or something.
All right.
How many screens does he have open?
Sorry, I've covered the cricket with the show notes. I can do the football notes if you
sure.
Or no, you're doing hockey. No,
I mean, yes and no. The Oilers aren't bad anymore, is all I'll say. Their new coach. I don't know what his first name is, but his surname is Knobloch, which is hilarious.
Richard, I think.
I'm pretty sure Connor McDavid, since joining the league, has had nothing but coaches that have had some sort of innuendo in their surname. Like the last coach was Jay Woodcroft.
Pretty good.
I've googled Connor McDavid. Oh, it's Chris Knobloch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris Richardson.
List of Edmonton Oilers head coaches. Has Mr. Connor McDavid always been at Edmonton?
Yes.
Mr. Woodcroft has been there since 21.
Ooh. Well, he's been there longer
When
than that.
was McDavid?
I don't know what year he was drafted. I think he's had 6 or 7 years in the league.
You're not very good at this, are you? I thought you were a sports journalist or something.
No, not at all. Otherwise, I'd be on the shit list.
What gave you that impression?
Good cover. 2015 NHL entry draft.
There you go. Yeah, the Oilers
his
sucked
previous
for
coach
a period
was...
of time before that. That's why
they
got
sucked real bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I think you might actually be... Oh, no, you're almost so right. Because he had Dave Tippett.
Yeah, there you go.
And Ken Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, yeah.
And then you lose it with Todd McClellan, unfortunately.
Damn.
Wonder how many games he played between 2015 and 2018. If he was injured for those 3 years, that would line up nicely. Damn it, he played games. Nah, you're out of luck.
Damn. Close. But he's had,
His first
either way, he's had 4
season.
in a row that could be related to dicks.
I'm sorry.
I think there's a character in the show Shoresy, which is a Canadian comedy about ice hockey players, that is named Ted Hitchcock. Because if you say it quickly, it sounds like you're saying 10 Hitchcock.
The Australian Open is under swing, or like.
Oh, that's right.
Coming to the good part.
Matt's a big tennis guy.
I thought he was a big anti-vax guy.
Yeah, that's why he likes. Yeah, that's why he likes Novax.
Yeah.
When I found out he was a tennis player.
I did get a tennis headline earlier, actually. And it was Novak waves to Kyrgios.
Right.
Yeah, they're friends now because Kyrgios defended him, sort of.
Has Kyrgios been doing commentating? Is that where the wave was happening? I feel like Kyrgios.
I don't know.
I think he
He was at
withdrew
least
from
spectating.
the Australian Open due to injury, so I think he had been doing some commentating. Which, based on the clips, he seemed half not bad at it because he obviously knows tennis, but he's also not like a uptight Big J journalist as well.
He's not like Dominator, who I was told that is like the worst person in interviews and stuff, and just like very, just like straightforward and like no emotion. And then I went and watched a clip of him, like, oh yeah, okay,
Pretty spot on.
yeah. So
I feel like the Leo Messi of tennis.
Messi smiles sometimes though.
I can't even picture him smiling. I wouldn't even know what that looks like.
No, I can't even think of like a photo of Messi in like on a red carpet where he's smiling. In my mind, that doesn't exist.
I bet he's got weird teeth, and that's something he's subconscious about, self-conscious.
Subconscious about this fucking guy.
Lousy subconscious.
But Matt, have you been watching some tennis?
I did. I wanted to. I had work, unfortunately, but I was pretty bummed out because Novak was scheduled to play at 2 p.m. And his game got pushed back about 2 hours. Whoa. Is that a smile? Maybe by definition.
By definition, I think that might be a smile. Is that immediately after winning the World Cup?
I'm having
Why is it,
I'm having a
looks
mare
like-
here, bro.
why is it so
He
soon,
looks
dude?
like an autistic kid that's seen a train.
He looks like an autistic footballer that's seen a football.
He just goes nuts for him.
You can download this wallpaper now from besthqwallpapers.com
Hell
in case
yeah,
you're
dude.
wondering.
Imagine just opening up,
There you
starting up your computer, and that's what you see.
It makes me
There's
feel
worse
good about
things to
myself.
see.
Yeah.
Matt, what's your desktop background right now?
You don't want to see that.
Matt's might be a bit ooh, if you will.
Mine is default Mac OS wallpaper, by the way.
Go on.
My background might be grounds for like me potentially having Down syndrome.
God.
Go on.
It's just a collage of like 240p Simpsons scenes.
Oh my God.
It doesn't even look good.
I'm like not even remotely surprised though. That's the thing. Hey.
Mine is currently, I believe it's a 4K wallpaper as well.
Look at you go.
Of the back of an Aston Martin with some raindrops like stuck to it.
Ooh. With a bit of glow on the road too.
That's pretty tasteful.
It's like, yeah, the badge is in focus, and then everything else, like from the tail light, it's just like the back corner, like center and back corner. From the tail light onwards into the distance is blurred. So all the street lights and stuff are just golden orbs in the background.
Oh,
delicious.
Lovely.
It's quite nice.
I would like to show my background, but I don't feel confident I can share my screen without exiting the call.
You press the share button down the bottom, then you press screen.
Don't hit the leave button.
And then
that's
you
next
press
to the share
entire
button.
screen. Or
Don't
you press,
hit the little button?
The leave button. Don't hit leave. Hit share.
Yeah, leave is the only button that should actually make you leave the call. Oh my God, he did it.
This is...
It's all white.
Oh, it's actually the good one.
The good one for who?
There we go.
I mean, even...
He said there we go, and it's still all white.
I know, right? Maybe it's some sort of privacy thing built into the program.
It's all white?
Who knows?
Oh, wow.
It was so bright, even Stevie Wonder could have seen it. But Keelan, talk to me about football in it.
Football.
Have you got a button that you can press there? Does it work?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Football in it.
Hey, perfect.
Football in it.
I can lip sync it now too. That's fun for the whole family.
Exactly.
Oh, let me just get settled in here.
Liverpool Kings of the Castle.
Darwin Nunez. So I've got a note here from a co-host. What's that? Liverpool Kings of the Castle. Oh,
Some would describe him as all the way back, perhaps.
Nah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
More on that later. Just quickly before I get onto the sad news, Darwin Nunez is the first player in the Prem this year to record a double-double over the season. That is 10 goals, 10 assists.
Wow.
Yep.
Kevin De Bruyne 8
That's
yards.
That's impressive.
I think he's had a goal involvement every 93 minutes from memory.
Wow,
So that's pretty good.
almost a point a game.
Pretty not bad. Diogo Jota has probably the wildest goals per minute this season. I think he's definitely best for Liverpool. Because he's always getting subbed most of the time, subbed on. He has a goal involvement every 70 something minutes, which is not bad. And they both scored twice against Bournemouth on the weekend.
Yeah, pretty handy.
Absolutely can't complain. Turns out it's difficult to find the current list. Oh well. Moving on. Rapidly moving on to the sad news. Mo Salah injured at AFCON.
Oh shit!
He is suffering proper hamstring problems.
What do you mean by that?
That's what goal.com says.
Yeah, right. With the
But,
quotation marks.
Well, yeah, because it's a quote, allegedly.
He's done a proper job on his hamstring.
Yeah. Importantly, though, he's coming back to Liverpool. He's getting put on the good docs. Not the show with the autistic doctor, the real good sports doctors.
He is a good doctor, to be fair.
Yeah,
He's very excellent at what he does.
I've only seen clips where he looks like a nutter. To be
Yeah,
fair,
I've only seen clips as well, and it just looks... He's re-ing out, usually.
Yeah. All right, this is the episode we get cancelled, so that's nice. But yeah, so importantly, Salah out. Listening to the Athletics Football Briefing podcast earlier, and they worded it as 21 to 28 days out, which for all those at home, that's 3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
Which is how normal people would fucking say it.
Exactly. It's not an incalculable amount of time. It's
absolutely
3 to 4
not, and
weeks.
it's almost it is indeed perfectly divisible by 7.
Yeah.
So just weak it.
Mm-hmm.
Just quietly though, Liverpool's upcoming games, in theory, should be a bit of a walk, except for maybe the game against Arsenal at home. But
that'll be 0-0 or 1-0.
I mean, Jota has the team he's scored most against is Arsenal. So Jota, in theory, starts that and scores 12. But in other games, next game's tomorrow morning. That's the EFL Cup against Fulham. Then Norwich in the FA Cup Monday for us. But then in the February fixtures, it's Chelsea, which is an 80% chance of win for Liverpool. Arsenal game, which is actually favourites are Arsenal at home. Would you believe? I think money on the draw, legitimately, like Isaac said, is probably sensible.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, if there was a time for Salah to be injured, now's probably a good enough time.
Yeah.
If you're going to pick one, I mean,
not awful.
If you
He's
to.
either...
If you really had to pick it, 4 weeks is not too bad, and he would have already been at AFCON
for that
playing
period anyway.
For most of this period.
Exactly.
So
not too bad. Given the point of the season, pretty much in the middle as well. So not terrible timing. So looking at 3 to 4 weeks, he's potentially teeing up a return for the Prem anyway against Luton or Nottingham Forest.
Confidence booster either way.
Yeah. He'll probably want to get back for one of those because then Liverpool play Man City on the 10th of March.
I would really enjoy it if he was back
by then
and has scored before the City game.
Two really good chances.
But I think Sobbo should be back as well. Mr. Dom Schob. The guy who is 4 years younger than us and is an absolute wizard. No new updates since we last. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, boys, I should have put this in the document. We do have an update.
Breaking news.
Robbo is set to travel to Fulham, so we might see him as a sub in theory to get his legs back on.
How about
That's
Steve-O?
nice.
Is Steve-O getting a run or
No comment. No. This wasn't very funny.
What about Damo? Damo getting a start.
He's going to open the bowling with medium pace leg spin. Shout out to LiverpoolFC.com for actually breaking down all the injury updates and putting headings for each of the players, even though it was originally from an interview. That's great form. Trent is progressing well through his rehab. That's nice. Jones looking like coming back. Dom has been training with the team, so he'll be ready for the weekend if his legs don't fall off. So there we go.
Fair enough.
All the big boys coming back. Liverpool is just built different with Soboslai and Trent kicking around at the same time. So very excited to see them again.
That's got to be so frustrating having a player go off on like the international duty and whatnot and then getting injured. Because that would be your biggest fear, and then it actually happens.
Yep. Absolute facts. And I mean, Klopp just complains whenever he gets the chance about the. Don't laugh about the schedule itself and how many games they have to play on international duty, as well as because we're so good. There's 4 comps they're playing in as a club as well. So, it just kind of, the guy that never gets injured, Salah, is injured because he's been playing too many games for about 6 years or something. So,
not ideal.
Klopp speaking facts. Also in the Prem, before I talk about Liverpool for the next hour and a half, Jesus Areso has scored maybe goal of the season. Definitely goal of the season for the league he plays in, which is La Liga. He plays for, damn it, didn't write it down, which is a really weird name for a Spanish club to have.
Doesn't sound Spanish at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound at all. Osasuna. So not even one of them good clubs. Currently they're sitting,
some
in a position on the table.
Posted a 10-second video. I was like, I'm not going to watch the 3 or 1 minute videos of the goal. I'll just watch this 10-second one. It's just celebrating. It's not the goal. It's just celebration afterwards.
I'm not going to stream it for those watching along at home, unfortunately, because I'm worried.
Oh my god, this 1 minute one is just screenshots.
Oh no, dude! Just here's the Optus Sport clip they shared. It's in the chat for us. There you go.
Yeah, I know. It was the first option, but I didn't want to scroll through 3 minutes.
You don't have to. So the build-up's important. So he takes the ball. He pretends to dribble around past the defender. He gets bullied by the defender, pushed onto the ball, and then, he looks like he goes to cross it, and he hits far post. He's literally at the corner flag. Like the ball is essentially out at this point. It's maybe a foot or 2 from being out, and he's maybe 3 foot in from the corner flag, and he kicks it. Essentially chips the keeper from the corner post, and it's in.
Yeah, I've just watched it. Pretty insane. It's like a behind the backboard shot when you're playing horse in basketball. That's essentially what it is.
It's wild, especially because he gets pushed by the opposition defender off balance maybe half a second before he sends that ball in.
Yeah,
which is maybe why it was a bad cross, to be fair.
If it results
yeah,
in going in the
wild.
net, is it still a bad cross?
No, it's still a bad cross. It's a great shot though.
Oh,
He
Um,
after getting bumped by the defender, I've just watched this replay on Optus Sport. He never looks back up towards like the middle of the center of the field or the goal or anything. He just keeps his eye on the ball and kicks it, and it just
I have to
goes
assume
over the keeper
it's-
back post.
I have to assume it's, you know, at that point you're just trying to get the ball
get it
in the
across.
box, right? And he's like, near the baseline, just got to reef it.
Yeah,
Reefs it too good.
he's just thrown the footy on the boot there just to get a center clearance, basically.
Just fake statting it up,
Yeah.
just absolutely punching the stats.
How good.
I can't tell which game this was though, if I'm honest. But January 22nd, I think they won that game by 1 goal.
Yeah,
I think that goal was the difference.
The caption
it is.
said
Yeah,
the winner, game winner. It was like at the 79th minute or something.
it was 2-2.
Yeah.
Game ended 3-2. So that's one of those 1% things that, you know, can make a season. You know,
Make or break.
And just quietly, while we're still in Spain, somehow Girona are still top of the table.
Are they really?
Yeah, because Madrid is a game behind. But
I see.
they're a point ahead, a game behind. So anything could happen. But like if they end up in the Champions League spots, either way, I think the whole city, I guess, of Girona is probably gonna go ballistic.
How are they still paying $8.50 to win? How has that not dropped at all since I put a bet in like 3 months ago? Wasn't that long ago, but about a month ago, I put some money on Girona to win, given their position, and they're still top, and the price hasn't decreased at all.
I think it's got to be because because Madrid are in a dominant position, just behind them, even because they're a game behind.
Just the Thanos ability of Madrid and Barcelona, that they're inevitable, just like Man City and their odds currently.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of season left to play.
There is.
But like, I think Madrid lost the other day to a team that hadn't beaten them in like 70 matches or something. Something stupid. It was like the longest winning streak in football or something, I thought I saw. But now I'm looking at their form guide and not really seeing that. So that might not have been a Madrid.
I guess been a flat out lie.
Yeah, it could have been actually. I mean, like they drew with Sevilla, and Sevilla are bad this season. They're not good. They're not good. They are bad. So, anything could happen. My money's on not Girona though, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
We'll just quickly travel back to the Prem.
Yeah, speaking of betting,
Ivan Toney returned to the Brentford squad the other day. I was watching an interview that featured, I think it was the Brentford manager, talking about how it was such a weird position to be in because he was banned from, not entirely banned from training.
Right.
The whole time. There was a period where he couldn't train at all. But he also had a small hamstring problem at the time or something. So he got that fixed up.
Not a proper hamstring, but
just a pretend hamstring. Yeah. And then, you know, comes back, is able to train by himself. And so like he's just been kicking footballs for a couple of months, I guess.
He's just been a kid again. He's just out on the football pitch in front of the goal by himself.
And if you go and watch the highlights, his goal also, I think he's been practicing the dark arts because in professional football, you know, a free kick gets called, the referee walks over with spray foam to mark on the ground where the ball needs to sit behind it. Ivan Toney, you know, ball is behind line. He moves the ball a little bit, grabs a bit of the foam,
wipes it across,
moves the foam, literally moves the line, then moves the ball, and then the goal he kicks around the wall towards the side he moved the ball. So like he just made himself like a better angle and then kicked it bottom corner off a free kick. So yeah, he scored on his return, which if you're a betting person, you probably should have had that
Should have hammered it
as a lock.
Yeah,
Returning snag back.
I bet he absolutely hammered himself for returning snag bagger.
If he didn't hammer himself before, he'll be hammering himself afterwards. But that means wild start of the week. He, hasn't played basically the entirety of the season. He, banned for 8 months. He has scored a goal before United's Anthony this season.
That's hilarious and terrible for Anthony.
Yeah, it's not great. And it's got to be not good for his confidence. Like even if he doesn't want to be the guy that scores goals, it's not good to have that comparison on Facebook because he's got to have seen that kind of meme before. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to ban himself from social media.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been enough comparisons of other players who have just been signed to the Prem, for example, and scored a goal or assisted in a goal, etc.
Endo has scored before him. Everyone says, who is this Japanese man playing for Liverpool now? He's not going to get any minutes. He was a panic signing. Scores a wild goal from outside the box before Anthony wakes up this season. So
sucks to suck, I guess.
By Alpha Wolf featuring Ice-T. The Heat are currently 3 for 143.
Oh, how many overs in?
Not too bad. We're looking at another, 2 overs.
Oh, okay.
So it did slow down a bit. But we have Bryant and Renshaw at the crease, in theory, with their eye in. Ready to have a swing.
Sorry to be spoiler, but Bryant got out like 4 balls ago and big Paul Walter's in.
Oh,
but he scored 6 off 3 so far.
Oh, that's really sad. I hate it when KO pretends like it's live. Paul Walter just went out.
Oh Christ!
Are you behind?
Falling to pieces. I'm just watching the Cricket Australia app.
Oh, okay. Well, KO's just doing bad. Paul, big tall Paul, didn't hit it tall enough. Went straight in the head of a Sixers fielder. So
terrible.
Not good enough.
Look, they're at 153, so that's one more than Sixers scored the other evening. So it's a defendable lead. They've still got an over to go.
Can't confirm the conditions in Sydney right now, but get Renshaw on strike and big Michael Ness is going to hit 6 sixes. Oh, Isaac's gone.
I got to go. No camera for a second.
Oh.
I'll be having a.
He's seeing Nessa at the strikers end, and he's getting a little bit. He's just hit it straight in the air. No, everyone's going for it. What if the headbutt? No, he's out.
Damn it! That's just.
What did you say about Sean Abbott the other night?
He's got deadly pace attack. Terrible.
If you know, you know. Which is a thing that I hate. I hate when people say, "If you know, you know." He unfortunately took the existence of another player.
Yeah, and he also just
took
his 3 wickets for 6 runs off 1 over. So pretty handy.
He is bowling at the death.
Has he bowled all his overs? Is a real question because technically he's on a hat trick.
I think you allow them to take another.
Just give him 1 more.
Another over if he's on a hat trick. It's just kind of rude not to.
Oh, I think he's bowled them all.
Oh, but he could have got a 5 for them.
Yeah. Team hat trick at least on the cards. So keep an eye on that.
We should probably rapidly move along before we cry or something.
I guess so. The hats may be thrown down from the stands here in a second.
Or if you're at Heritage Bank, the 6 and 4 signs may get thrown down in the shape of paper planes.
Yeah, that was a real indicator that the game was going downhill fast, was when the crowd started essentially throwing rubbish onto the field. Not in the shape, not in a malicious way, but just in a form of entertainment.
Yeah,
that and the bottom.
Because it is cricket. You can't go home.
No,
anything could happen.
Exactly. All right. team hat trick coming up.
Oh, he's just backed out. He's playing mind games. Big Jay Edwards here.
Ooh,
Just quietly, do we have any other sports news?
I don't think so. I don't have anything written down. I think that's it. So it might be flips out for the boys after this.
I'll just get flips out ready.
I think so. Pull it up. See what happens.
No team hat trick.
Anyone out there? Just a cheeky single. All right. Currently, what have we had? We've had 4 heads in a row. That's right. So I'm loving the position I'm in here. Tails is very, very much due. Keelan, are you ready?
No, I'm making sure that I do this as legit as possible.
Fair enough.
There we
Are
go.
you going to screen share? Yes.
It is.
Excellent.
Oh, that is a very aggressive. I'll go for 2, lads. He's out.
Oh. Well, all right.
They're reviewing, but I think he's out. All right, so yeah, we'll flip this, shall we? That was Bartlett, though, to be fair, so he can see you later.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
I can't see the screen now, but I saw it just before. Very odd.
Can you see it now?
No. Either way, who cares? I know what it looks like.
I'll stop and start again.
Yeah. I mean, it may be recording on your end anyway, so.
Yeah, my computer's doing a lot, if I'm honest.
You're using Chrome,
With the KO and that.
munching up all your RAM.
Yeah. I've got 32 in here. I'm all right. All right, you ready?
Cool. Yeah, Tails.
Sucked in.
Wow, Heads is on a huge streak. That's 5 in a row.
It might actually be the year of the head.
It's a good day for head.
I mean, there hasn't been a Tails since 5th of December.
Maybe the Cyclones get them off.
Maybe. This is true. I'm now 19 and 11, and we are 49 and 40 as a team.
Not bad.
You might... Nah, it'd be pretty unlikely, but imagine if you started going negative.
If I went all the way back to even, that would be... I guess that would be justice. That I wouldn't...
Yeah,
It would suck, but I wouldn't be mad at it. It would make sense. We're flipping a coin here. It's meant to be 50-50. Given you guys are 15 and 14 and 15 and 15,
Yeah.
Statistically makes no sense that I'm 19 or 11.
It is pretty nuts, yeah.
Or... Yeah, nah, I can't do that. Sorry. I was about to mega mind it, but no, I can't. So unlucky, tough bickies.
Couldn't even mega mind it with the cranium that big. Disappointing. Halfway there.
How rude. I was going to say let's stick around and finish the rest of this heat game, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. For the Isaac, your audio's gone.
Is it?
Oh no, you're back.
Yeah, I don't think the listeners are going to want to hear it. Probably.
Nah, because they'll be listening to this tomorrow anyway.
Correct. All right. Sweet.
Well, good effort, boys. First working from home pod.
Yeah,
not too bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Limited notes.
Pick up next week we'll get more notes.
Yeah, we'll definitely be better next week. Thanks for sticking around. Comment. Do better.
Oh, Renshaw's just hit a massive one straight to the field, probably. Oh no, he's like 6 rows deep. Finish strong.
Shot.
Sorry.
All right. See you next week.
Cheerio.
It's going up.